There is no amount of beauty in what the world could offer compared to what God considerably illustrates and immensely for you, singly alone. What he can do for you alone is so much greater than what this world can offer.
It's too early for this. It is too early for this.
Being a Christian is nowhere near what I thought it would be. It's so much harder. Almost desolate sometimes. Yet, somehow, in all of this pain, because there is a lot of pain, my life is so different now, there is also so much joy. So much more joy.
I can't begin to fathom what my life even looked before knowing his spirit and his heart today and how I ever lived my life. Because this newfound deep knowledge and truth has ultimately given me the real freedom. The freedom in which I've always yearned for, you know?
Little bit that I experienced, I want to experience more. But it's like a relationship. That's the same with God. He'll just reveal a little bit, but I'm so excited every single day for him to reveal a little bit more. This newfound relationship, it's so exciting. It's like you go from just kind of getting little bits, little inklings, little nudges, like he's into me, and then he finally pulls you out of the crowd and he's like, you're my girl. That's what happens with God. He slowly starts like, hey, I'm here, like, what's up? Let's get to know each other. And the second you're like in agreement, just pulled out of the crowd, and it's just the two of you, you know? It's just you and that person. It's the same as you and God, right? Okay, so let's paint the picture. So now you decided to go all in. You're like, yes, let's do this. You're off the market. You're not dating. You're not looking at all your other options. It's just me and you, baby. So this is where it gets tricky. Well, and fun. You get your honeymoon stage. It's all beautiful. You get to see everything. God's revealing his heart. his mind, his spirit too. You're like, yes, I'm loving it. It's the honeymoon stage. It's the same thing in a regular relationship. It's the same with God. There's this honeymoon stage. You're like, yes, elixir of love. Your heart is so good, God. And everything is great until you realize, oh my gosh, there's so much more. There's so much more to you, God, than just this. There's the good stuff, the deep, the character, the stuff that we're like, we want to run from. This is the point in the relationship where you're like, did I or did I not make the right decision? Should I go explore my options again? And you're like, wow, this is a lot. You are possibly a troubled person, but in this case, you're like, God, you have a lot to lay down on me. Like, I personally don't want to be exposed to all that I need to know about me. Like, I didn't know this was going to be like this, where you're going to reveal to me everything I don't want to know about myself. That is gross. Maybe I should get out at this point. This is where reality settles in, and you're like, what did I get myself into? Now that he's laid all of this on my heart, now that he's revealed all of this, I just can't look back. There's just nowhere for me to go anymore. It's just so real and pure and true. What do you want me to do with all that, God? He wants you to do something about it. And at this point, this is where free will comes in. I can stay, keep taking it all, or I can go. Choices, choices. What is it going to be? And how can I not see this information anymore? You can't see it anymore. And this is the point where being a Christian is feeling like, this is gonna cost me. This is gonna cost me my entire life because I can't go back. I can't go back anymore. I can't go back to my old ways, my own choices. It's a whole new game now, whole new ballpark. So now at this point in the relationship, it's that fine line of pain, the revelations, the joy, the freedom of like, now I know why I acted like that. Now I know how awful I was and sick in my ways. There's so much liberation, and you want to go back and just liberty. There's so much goodness. Yes, we are past the stage of the honeymoon and the cutesies and, oh, beyond my stars and you're a slice of heaven. You still are the slice of heaven, but it's gonna get hard from here on out. Any relationship you endure, it's gonna be hard. It's not gonna be butterflies and roses. It's the same with God, and God does not promise that to you as a Christian. It's gonna be all glamorous. No, but I wouldn't change it for the world now. Now knowing what He's aligned and revealed to me in this beauty that the world cannot touch at all. You know, I remember many years ago hearing this talk while we were living in our bus, just popped up in my feed, and this girl was so stunning in her words. Her conviction was so pure. I knew nothing of what she was saying, keep in mind, but she kept saying, it's gonna cost you. It's gonna cost you as a Christian. I don't know, but the chills I have right now, same chills then. I had no idea what that meant. Now, I know what it means. I understand that. It's night and day difference. The old Kirsty, nada. The new, wow. I can't go back to my old ways. I can't go back to my old lifestyle, my old choices. I cannot. But the old me still creeps in, Well, there's this new me, and it's this war. There's this turmoil because the worldly part of me wants this other part, but the new me is like not interested. So it's just this from within, this pull. And now it's gonna cost me a whole different life. Now tell me, what kind of life do you want that isn't enduring and strong and for eternity, forever? Because there's nothing of this world that is forever, that is guaranteed. But with God, it's a lifetime. So if you're torn between, do I want to be a Christian, do I not, you wouldn't know until you gave it a chance. You would never know. From the outside, sounds easy, sounds good, sounds disgusting, maybe it sounds good. I don't know. Forget what the world has painted about Christianity. Forget what everybody has said. It's one of the greatest things I've learned is to unlearn, to relearn. You have to unlearn everything you've ever known to learn. Growing up in a Christian cultured home, I still had to unlearn that to learn now what God has revealed to me, what it means to be a Christian. And it ain't for everyone. But this far outweighs from the beauty I once seen to the beauty I've now experienced in my life. So now, at this point, we gotta start asking ourselves the questions of, what do we want? What does God want? Do you even care about God? Do you even care about this relationship? Does it excite you? Maybe you don't know anything about anything, because that's what I say, I don't know anything about anything. But I'll tell you what, you have choices. Everything is a choice, and then it will reflect your life and give you a result of something great or not. But ultimately, what I have found out is I have been brought back to the ultimate relationship, the Most High, who loves wildly, unconditionally, and I could not change that for the world. So what choices are you gonna make? Forget what the world says. They don't care anyway. They really don't. Forget everything you've seen and known. Unsee everything, and maybe just start by asking God, can you reveal to me something that I don't know so that I may possibly be excited by this newfound relationship with you? I really love this talk this morning. God woke me up to give this one to you. Do not be overwhelmed by the choices, by what people have said about what it means to be a Christian, to be one with God, to know Jesus. Like, there's only one way of finding out, is giving something a try yourself. And ultimately, I know in my heart of hearts that God will reveal to you whatever you want if you ask. But ask Him. Don't ask and then turn your face. There's a famous verse for that one. I gotta pull it up. This one, absolutely love it. This is James 4:3, and it says, you ask and receive not, because you ask amiss, that you may consume it upon your own lusts. That's the truth. We tend to ask, but then we're consumed with ourselves, and we're like, well, see you later, because we're consumed with this worldly image and consumption that we're like, see ya, and then we're like, God didn't answer. Well, did you really fixate and turn to Him and become one with Him in this relationship? So giving Him a chance to reveal to you? I don't know. Okay, so with that one being said, that verse is asking, but not just asking like you don't mean it and turning away. You have to ask as if you believe in it. Why would you ask and not believe that that couldn't prosper. That's the point where when you're asking, you have faith that he's going to come to the table, right? So with that, I have an amazing verse also just for hope. And this one was in my notes, and it says this: knowing this, that the trying of your faith, you have to have faith to ask. I'm not going to ask if you have no faith. That the trying of your faith works patience. But let patience have her perfect work. Have patience, have her perfect work, that you may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. So if you are wanting nothing, and you just want what you've asked for him to reveal to you, and you want nothing else, and you have faith in him that he will reveal that to you, he will reveal that to you 100%. And another one: but let him ask in faith, nothing wavering. For he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea, driven with the wind and tossed. Back to the amiss. We ask and we look away and we go back to our own ways, the lust of this world, right? We can't be like that. It's like you can't be so fickle-minded and hot and cold. How are you going to get that real revelation if you're not fixated on the one and only relationship? If you're dabbling in multiple relationships, it's just not going to work. How are you going to have one successful relationship if you can't focus on one? So, but let him ask in faith, nothing wavering. I'm going to say this again because I'm woo. For he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea, driven with the wind and tossed. So you do not have to ask amiss anymore. Ask purely, truthfully, faithfully, and then he will reveal. This is To Dress the Queen, and I pray that God will reveal to you today exactly what it is that you want to know, but you have to believe it to receive that. My name is Kirsty, and I'll see you next time.